What's going on, guys? Repair Dad here. This will be the first video for my YouTube channel. I figured I'd start fixing things I had laying around the house, things I've been putting off. So today we're going to work on this Shark vacuum cleaner. My wife says it's not working anymore, it's not vacuuming up anything, and she wanted to get rid of it and get a new one. So today I want to teach you the basics of how a vacuum cleaner works, how to troubleshoot it, and how to repair it. Alright, so how a vacuum works. Obviously you've got your input power is going to a power switch. When you press the power switch, you're going to supply power to your vacuum motor. Your vacuum motor is going to create a vacuum by exhausting air out the front or the side of your vacuum, which pulls air through your bag or your container, which obviously pulls air through your hose, through your wand, all the way down to the base, so you can actually pick up dirt, debris, whatever you're trying to vacuum up. I'll demonstrate this concept on my shop vac because it's a little easier to see. So as I supply power to the vacuum motor begins to spin and starts forcing air out of this exhaust port. Since the vacuum is completely sealed, as air is being forced out of the vacuum, it forces air to go in through the inlet hose. As air is being forced to be pulled in through the inlet hose, it allows you to pick up dirt and debris. Now we need to stop the dirt and debris from being forced out of the exhaust port. This is typically accomplished with a two-filter system, a coarse filter and a fine filter. So as you vacuum up dirt and debris, it comes from this inlet hose into the canister. And what these two filters do is allow air to pass through the vacuum motor and escape through the exhaust port, all while trapping the loose dirt and debris that's trying to be pulled through that vacuum motor. And your vacuum cleaner is going to work the same exact way. You've got your vacuum motor down here at the bottom, which is going to pull all the air through the system, through the coarse and the fine filter, and exhaust it out this port on the front. The only difference between a vacuum cleaner and something like that shop vac is the vacuum cleaner also has a HEPA filter on the exhaust port to catch any dirt, debris, dust that might have slipped past the coarse and the fine filter and not be blown back into your environment. So that's the basics of how a vacuum cleaner works. So let's talk about troubleshooting. So my wife said that the last time she used this vacuum cleaner, it wasn't actually picking up the dirt and debris. So what I did is I got some lint from the dryer. I'm just going to go ahead and try vacuuming up just to see what's happening. Alright. So as you can see, the vacuum actually picked up the dryer lint. Let's see if it made it all the way to the canister. But it did not make it all the way to the canister. So typically with vacuum cleaners, your filters get so clogged and dirty that it's not actually creating enough vacuum to pull the dirt and debris all the way to the canister. And as you can see, my coarse and fine filter are pretty dirty. So I'm going to go ahead and replace these. These are cleanable. You can take these in a sink. You can rinse them out real good. Maybe blow them out with an air gun or something like that. But you want to let them completely dry before you try to reinstall them. Or you can go to your local hardware store and pick up some new filters for your vacuum. So I'm going to replace the fine filter first. And then my coarse filter. So let's get this buttoned up and try again. So I've got more dryer lint on the ground. I'm going to power this on and see if I can pick it up. As you can see, I still don't add the dryer lint into the canister, so it's not getting past the brushes. So this is a good opportunity to talk about the half-splitting troubleshooting method. You can use this method to troubleshoot most things in life. Essentially what you do is you want to break your system in half and see where your issue lies. So for example, here on this vacuum cleaner, what I can do is I can pull the wand out. And then when I turn the vacuum on, if I'm able to pull from this wand all the way back to my canister, then I know that the vacuum is working correctly from this wand back to the canister, and my problem lies somewhere else. All right, I've got more dryer lint on the ground. I'm going to So as you can see, from the wand back to the canister, the vacuum cleaner is working correctly. So I know my problem lies from where the wand meets down to the base. So that's where I'm going to look next. So since we verified that from the wand all the way back to the canister is working correctly, I know that my issue lies between this port and the brush. As you can see down here, it's pretty dirty. So we're going to open this up and try to get some of this crap out. I think that's where my blockage is coming from. I know this goes without saying, but make sure you unplug your electronics before you start working on them. So we're going to open this up and we're going to take a look, see how disgusting it is in here. As you can see, all this throw up is trying to come out. So we need to get all that out. That's disgusting. Oh, jeez. So obviously I have a block from here to here, and that's why my vacuum wasn't actually pulling up through the wand into the canister. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to purge this whole line. I'm going to get everything out. I'm going to clean all this crap up, try to cut all the hair out, and we're going to button this thing back up and try it again. So this is all the dog hair I've removed so far just from this little port, and I'm not all the way done yet. So I happen to have this little tool, little flexible claw, and I'll be able to feed back there to get the rest of it out. If you don't have a tool like this, you can use a long screwdriver or something, but you just want to get all that clogged hair through this flex duct, through this wand, as far up as you can go. You should be able to pass through there freely. Hey, here's a dad tip for you. If you can't reach it all from one end, try pushing from the other end. See if you can get it out the other way. I didn't think it'd be possible to get that much dog hair stuck in about a 6-inch section of some flex hose, but that's how much dog hair was just right here in this little section. I think I found the culprit of why I got started getting stuck in the first place. There's some Chick-fil-A real mayonnaise packet that was stuck all the way at the end of that. And once that got stuck in the flex hose, all the dog hair started building up and just got more and more clogged. But as you can see, I still have a lot of cleaning to go, so I'm going to finish this up. So for the brushes here, to get all of the hair and dust and everything out, you could probably use some scissors to get it cut out, but I have a razor blade, so I'm just going to go slow with it and try to cut all this stuff out. Alright, so obviously it's not 100% clean, but it's a vacuum cleaner, so it's going to get dirty again. But this is all the junk that I pulled out between the brushes and the flex hose that goes up to the wand. So now I'm going to go ahead and test the vacuum cleaner, make sure it's working correctly. Alright, so I got a couple more dryer lints down there. I'm going to turn this vacuum on and see if we can get the dryer lint all the way into the canister. Alright, so we go here now. All that dryer lint is now here in my canister, which means my vacuum cleaner is now working correctly. It goes all the way from the brushes, all the way up through this wand, through the hose, and into the canister. So if you learned something new or you enjoyed the video, click that like button. If you use this video to help you fix your own vacuum cleaner, consider subscribing. And if you got any other tips or tricks, leave them in the comments below. It'll help others out, and I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.